वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। Om. We were seeing, I hope my screen is visible, ma?
Yes, Maharaj.
So we were seeing Srimad Bhagavad Gita up to 11th sloka we saw in the early classes. So in the second chapter, 1 to 11, it is about the Arjuna's grief and his weakness. 12 to 13, Lord Krishna is explaining this Atman, self is immortality, so therefore you can fight for your right. In this context, in the we saw up to the 11th sloka, but last class there was a puzzle because 2-3 people they asked me in the 12th mantra, Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janatipaha, that sloka. I hope it is. So this is the sloka. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janatipaha nachaivana bhavishyamaha sarve vayamata param. In this sloka, many people they put few questions, but of course, if I answer for everything, then this today 1 hour will go. But for the time being, I will try to cut short. What the gist of this sloka is very simple. Lord Krishna is telling, O Arjuna, I and you were not in the past if they say it is not true. I am trying to give a simplest meaning. If you want, you can see in the there were never the time that you are not, all these warriors assembled here did not exist. So it may little, that statement, it may look like little puzzle, but in simple language, Krishna is telling, I and you were not in the past if they say it is not true. I and you will not be in the future, that is also not true. Why this problem? I will tell you. This is actually a Granthi Sloka. To understand this Granthi, we have to go little for a story. You all know. Now just we'll go to the story part, then we will understand what it means. Where it is. So you all know Vyasacharya has composed this Mahabharata because Bhagavad Gita occurs in the Mahabharata, that you all know. When Vyasa was trying to compose, he told this Mahabharata is more than 1 lakh sloka I want to write, because starting from Shantanu Maharaja and ending with the war, and after Swargaropana Parvam is the last Parva, 18 chapters. So this 1 lakh sloka I want to compose. So Vyasa has taken a determination. He asked somebody to come to as a scribe. Scribe means just like a stenographer. Nowadays, we don't have even stenographer. In modern technology, we have ChatGPT or Android, whatever we say, that is recording and typing in word. So similarly, Vyasacharya wants somebody to assist as a scribe. So he requested many people, but they all know that Vyasa is not a normal person, because you all know the Vishnu Sahasranama also it is mentioned Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidaye Vashishtaya Namo Namaha. So Vyasa is Sakshat Swayam Narayana. So when Vyasa want to write these things, obviously nobody can able to stop, and he will be like a Ganga in the flow. He will be continuously, he will be reciting the slokas. So it is very hard task for everybody. Then finally Vinayaka, Lord Ganesha, he appeared and he told, yes, I will write, but with one condition. Vinayaka has put one condition, that without understanding the sloka, I will not go to the next sloka. It means Vyasa, whatever he is uttering, those slokas has to be understood by Lord Vinayaka. After understanding it only, he will start composing the next sloka without break. But he told, if you are stopping in between, then I will not write. So without stop, you have to say, without stop, I will write. So this was the condition. Then Vyasa told, okay, we will make it is like a puzzle. So Vyasa also should not stop anywhere, and Vinayaka also should not stop anywhere. Without knowing the meaning, he should not write. So this was the condition. When Vyasa was composing Mahabharatam, in between he has to think a lot, because it is a Kavi, he is the Adi Kavi. So he has to think a lot and he has to compose. So without any grammatical mistake, without any pronunciation or the gist of the story, he has to write. So Vyasa, what he has done, whenever he want time to think, so those times he has made some Granthi Slokam. Granthi Slokam is a technical term. What it means, I have given here the meaning also. Artha Tvaya Tvadanartham Sanyuktam Yaduktam Shrotum Ichaya Tat Likyami Mahabhaho Natvaham Bhaktum Kadachana. He requested, Vyasa requested, oh God, Ganapati, whatever you composing, you are writing, you should not, without knowing the meaning, should write it. So after knowing the meaning only, you should be able to write. So whenever Vyasa required any time, he has put puzzles in the slokas. So it may look like a negative, but if you go through the sloka properly, it will give you a positive vibe. So similarly, in this Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is also coming in Mahabharata only. So in this Mahabharatam Bhagavad Gita, Vyasa put 3 puzzle slokas in the Mahabharata Gita. And one such sloka is this one. The second chapter, Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janatipaha Nachaivana bhavishyama sarve vayamata param. What it means? If you see from the outer circle, it looked like a negative impression. I and you are not, we are not existing. In the future also we are not going to be exist. Then what it reminds, actually in Sanskrit, when double negative has come, it became a positive. All you know in the mathematics also, minus into minus plus. Similarly, in Sanskrit grammar, when there is double negative, it will become a positive. So, the sloka actually what it conveys, I and you were not in the past. If anybody say it is not true. I and you were not, we are not going to be in the future, and that is also not true. Then what it means, we are always existing. We are always existing as Atma. This is what the meaning Krishna want to convey to Arjuna, and this is what Vyasacharya want to make this. You are going to see one more sloka in the same chapter, 16th verse. There is another Granthi Slokam. So that time I will not tell all those stories, whatever now I mentioned. So this keep in your mind. Whenever I say Granthi Slokam, Granthi means not of not. Not means K-N-O-T, not. Means like a mudichi. If you take a thread and put your mudichi, and children, if you ask them to remove, they will think and they will slowly do. And meanwhile, we can finish our job. Similarly, Vyasacharya, he put this Granthi Slokam for in front of Ganapati. Ganapati was thinking, and meanwhile, he started composing other slokas. So that is how these slokas have come. So the ultimate meaning of this sloka is, I and you were not in the past. If anybody say it is not true, and I and you will not be in the future, if they say that is also not true, because we are ever existing as Atman, whereas the Atman is existing always, but the body, mind, this shariram is subject to die. So this is also, there is an implied meaning in this verse, which means the body means the shariram is subject to decay, whereas the Atman is ever existing. Sarve vayamata param. This is the ultimate truth of this sloka. So without delaying, we'll move to the next verse. The 13th verse is this beautiful one. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhiras tatrana mujyati. This is also one of the beautiful thing, but it is very simple. Here again Krishna is telling to Arjuna, O Arjuna, ever as this embodied body, self attains in this body from the childhood, youth and old age, so does it attain anybody's body? The wise man does not get deluded at this. And this is what the meaning means, very simple. Dehinosmin yatha dehe. We all think this body is very permanent one, but as we think, it is not going to be. In one way or other, our body is subject to get decay, and slowly one day or other it is going to be get. So I am given a picture here through AI. I have created this because many people they asked how you got this colorful pictures also, Swamiji. So for their benefit, it is all AI. It's not my own creation. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. This body, we think it is permanent, but actually speaking, the shariram is slowly getting yavvana, yuva bhavaha and jara. Jara means old age. You can think just when we born as a child from our mother womb, we were just like a small, means not even half-size scale. After that, slowly we grown up. Then slowly, within 2-3 months, we started growing. Of course, newborn baby, they generally sleep a lot. Then slowly, all those shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, all those organs will get developed. Then we slowly walk with 4 legs, that is 2 legs and 2 hands. Then slowly we try to catch or hold somebody and try to walk. After that, we will become a child. Then from there, we will become a yuva, means a college student or a youth. Then slowly he will become a man. Then from the man, he became a old person. Then after getting old, the body is decaying. So in Sanskrit we say Shad Vikaraha. What are those Shad Vikara is beautifully mentioned in Vedanta Sara of Sadananda Yogindra. Asti, Jayate, Viparinamate, Vartate, Kshinyati, and Nashyati. So these Shad Vikaras, 6 lifestyles are there. Slowly we born as a baby, then becoming a child, then from child we are becoming a youth, boy or girl for that matter. Then we are becoming a man or woman. Then slowly all our indriyas, that is the organs, getting decay. And first sign is specs, because we will lose our eyesight. Then slowly we not able to hear. Then slowly we not able to taste anything. Then skin problem, our skins will become so harsh, or it will become a rough surface. Then slowly we are becoming old age, all those elements will come, and one by one our spare parts, because our body is just like assembled car only, means like liver, kidney, heart and other parts slowly will get decay. And the first sign is we are not able to digest the food and we are not able to get sleep. So slowly, it is like when we purchase a new car, it will be beautiful and we clean every day and we keep it in a good place, we park in a right place, and even when we get a small scratch, we will worry. But at the same time, after 2-3 years or 5 years for that matter, we will not worry about the car, we will think of going to the new car. But when we come to the car, we don't bother much. Even for that matter, you all undergone for one. If I say that one, it will become easy. Cell phone. Every Android phone for that matter, 1 or 2 years or maximum 5 years. After that, what will happen when new phone comes? Button phone to these things, and from Android, then from Android to Apple, or Apple to other orange or grapes, I don't know. So similarly, one by one, our evolution is going to change. But we don't bother when we go for a new thing, when we update our knowledge from two-wheeler to car, or from button phone to Android, or from Android to Apple. We don't bother because our SIM is remaining as it is. Similarly, when our body is also getting decay, we should not worry. But whereas when we become child, from yuva we are very happy. From yuva to man, we are much more happy. But from man, when we are becoming old, immediately we say, oh yo, we have to cover with certain things because white hairs are coming. So immediately we start painting. Black paint is required. So when eye losses are there, eyesight losses are there, immediately we say, Swamiji, my eyesights are coming down, I have to go to the optical person. So immediately an ophthalmologist will be there, he will be consulted, then he will give Divya Chakshu called spectacle, with that we try to see. Then slowly God will say, yes, now it's time for you, you have heard so many things in your life, so slowly I will stop hearing. Then we will go to the ENT doctor. Then ENT doctor, he will give one additional sadhanam called ear plug. So through that ear plug we will put and we will start listening. Then slowly our skins will get thick and it started, no, in front of others we should not show. So we will put 2-3 makeup and we patch, that is patchwork we do, and we go and say that Swamiji, now I am becoming normal. But all those things we may try to cover it, but in the real sense, the Atma is ever existing and it is not undergoing for any such changes. But whereas the body and the mind, including the mind, both are getting changes. What we had in the mind, so-called mind, when we were child, when we are in working, when we are getting old, the mind is getting disturbed, or mind is getting flickered day by day. But whereas this Atma, which is within us, In all those stages, from our birth to death, from the womb to tomb, it is ever existing. And that is what Krishna also is mentioning here. Dehinosmin yatha dehi kaumaram yauvanam jara. It is in your Vaisavas Yaspur. Kaumaram yauvanam means Kumarasya bhavaha kaumaraha. Yuvasya bhavaha yauvanaha. So this bhava means this lifestyle called childhood or youth and man and old age. All those things are subject to come and go. Why are you bothering, O Arjuna? Why is mentioning this? Swamiji, why? What is the purpose of Krishna mentioning these things? And you are also mentioning those things. Because in the Kurukshetra, Arjuna is identifying with his body-mind complex, and that is why this attachment and aversions are coming. When we have attachment and aversion, therefore we have, no, I should succeed, I should not get failure. But whereas when you stand in the level of Atma, that I am nothing to do, I am just the witness consciousness of the ever pervading principle, then there won't be any such problem. And this is what is explaining in this, because if you take this sloka, it may look like a small one, but it has a beautiful inner point. The spirit soul is eternally ever changing, but whereas the body is subject to come and it will get all those boyhood, old youth and old age and other things. But all those things are subject to come and go. Arjuna, you should not lament for such things, because Arjuna is lamenting. No, Bhishma is my Pitamaha, Dronacharya is my Acharya. How can I fight? Then Krishna is telling, hey, even if you are not killing, oh Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, even if you are not killing in this battlefield, Bhishma is going to die. Swamiji, no. Swamiji, you don't know, Swamiji. Bhishma got Icha Mrityu and he will not die. But even if you get Icha Mrityu, then also you have to die. The subject is very crucial, but somebody should tie the cat. Because many people they say, Swamiji, why? This is why I don't want to listen Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is talking about only the death. See, we are all manufactured by one way or other. When we have a manufacturing date, certainly we have expiry day also. When we purchase a drug, a medicine for that matter, when we purchase, the manufacturing date we will see. When we purchase any product for that matter, we see the manufacturing date to know when it is getting expiry. But we never ever think when this body is going to get expiry. Because of this only, we get more and more attached to our body and mind, and therefore only we say, this is my body and this belongs to me. As Shankaracharya beautifully put in his Adhyasya Bhashyam, Ahamesha Mama Ete Naisargikoyam Koyam Adhyasa. So, this belongs to me and that belongs to you, and I am this body and mind complex. This thinking all comes only when we forgot our true nature. Then how to remember our true nature? It's very simple. We should know that this body, the Shariram, is subject to get decay. So we should not get worried about these things. But whereas we have one inner secret with us, and that secret is never ever getting changed, and that secret is none other than we ourselves. So this, if you understand, then the life will be beautiful forever and ever. So this is why this sloka is very, very important. Then we will go to the next sloka. The next sloka is also very, very important. The next sloka is Matra sparshastu konteya sitoshna sukha dukkadha aghama pahino nityam tam titikshasva bharata. I spread it first, then we will see one by one. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadha agama pahino anityam tam titikshasva bharata. This word titiksha is very important sloka. I will give you a story also. Before that, we will see what it means. Matra, we all know. Even for medical shop, we say when we get any fever, we will go to the pharmaceutical shop, and we ask, sir, can you give this matra? Matra means tablet. No, this is what the meaning of matra. I don't know who has derived this meaning, but this is also one sense it is good, but in Sanskrit, miyante iti matraha, that which ever, always with us. Matra means miyante, nyayante, vishayaha, abhiriti matraha, that which is object of the sense object. Sense object means we have 5 sense organs. Here I have given the 5 sense organs: eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin. So these 5 sense organs, indriyas, are subject to get one or other objects. Like eye, we get some rupa. Rupa means not name. We keep the children's name also rupa. But it is rupa means here a form. We see through our eye. We hear through our ear, shabda. We smell from nose. Through nose, we smell fragrance or any dhurna, natram. And we taste and we talk. Tongue is having 2 jobs. One is tasting, another one is talking. For all other departments, eye, ear, nose, skin, they are doing one duty only. But whereas this mouth is there, no, it has 2 duty, double duty. One is talking, another one is tasting, rasa, and hand, skin is touch. So all these 5 sense organs are subject to get some pleasure or pain. For example, in a modern sense, if I say, then you can able to understand. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Because to understand this sloka, you should know these basic things. Then only you can able to understand. Some we like to go to temple. When we see Krishna in the temple, we like very much. When we go to any Shiva temple, seeing Lord Shiva with Sandana Alankaram, with a nice garland, we say, wow, beautiful, my Lord Shiva or Krishna is looking beautiful. But when we see any poor people or when we see any bad things, means in the slum area, people will, without taking bath, they will be wandering, and some nastiest things we may see in the roadside, which we don't like. Another one is ear. Some people we like, including me, we like Carnatic music. When we are listening, our Yama Sublakshmi song or Vishnu Sahasranamam or Bhajagovindam, we say, wow, beautiful. Nicely Amma is chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam and Bhajagovindam, recitation is beautiful. But our youngsters, people, they don't like this Carnatic music. They like pop music and fusion music. For them here, for their ear, the same ear which we like as Carnatic music, for them, fusion or the pop music, they like it very much. When we hear pop music, endana ide ore shabdamano, idu nannaide illa, stop it, we will say. But the same students, for them, no, when you are hearing Bhajagovindam, they say, Endam Apupan, ide old Zangano, they say. You see, here is remaining as ear. For us, we like Carnatic music, but for us, the children's youngsters, they like pop music. I is remaining as it is. When we go to the Krishna also, we are seeing, means in the temple, we are seeing with the same eye. When we go to the other nastiest things, when we are seeing also, the same eye is remaining. But we get irritation. Nose, when we keep a beautiful fragrance, we see, wow, Swamiji, that ashrama I came, nice fragrance was there. What sambrani you are using or what agarbatti you are using, we ask. Because we like that smell. But when we keep some bad smell, no, oh Swamiji, that smell is so bad, I don't like it at all. You please, it is getting disturbed or it is getting irritation. Now you see, nose is remaining as it is, but the person mind is getting happy and sorrow. Taste. Now for this I will give you a beautiful example, which always I say. One of my student recently came to Mavelikara center. So he was coming from Chennai. So it was scorching hot. Therefore when he came, no, I gave a beautiful mango juice. Some of our devotees, they gave mango. So I started making a mango juice. So whoever coming, let me distribute. So when this boy came also, I gave mango juice. He told, Swamiji, beautiful mango juice, Swamiji, and I kept it in fridge. It was so cool and very tasty, and that mango juice was excellent. Hope that boy was telling. So he took it and he told Swamiji, it was beautiful, Swamiji, I like that mango juice. Then this boy went to, just imagine, this boy went to Kashmir. Now it is frozen, full -2 degrees going. And because this boy told when he came to ashrama, and that too in the summer, he asked me, so I gave mango juice and he was very much appreciating me. So if I give same mango juice, which I kept it in fridge, and if I give the cool mango juice to him, what he will say? Swamiji, endano? Because in Kashmir, and that to -degree, you are giving this juice. How can I consume it? So he will say, no, I don't want. You see, the person is remaining as it is, tongue is remaining as it is, but one place he like it, on another place he don't like it. And of course, skin. Our skin is, when we have summer, some disturbance is coming. I think somebody has not put off the mic. So during summer
Ambija.
time, we feel, oh, it is scorching hot, Swamiji, 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. I am not able to, my skins are burning, like that we say. Recently I heard from one of our devotee only. He told, Swamiji, during summer it will be very scorching, we have to take care. But now, rainy season started, it is after 6 o'clock, it is shivering, and our body is started trembling. Now, this body is subject to get all this heat and cold, taste, and even good smell or bad smell, good sound or bad sound, good form or bad form. All these indriyas, eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin, all getting those objects, and through these objects, that is the whatever we are perceiving, we get either pleasure or pain, but we will not remain as it is. Once upon a time we were very angry with somebody, but the same person, when he comes to me now, we will say, no, he is very good person. When we, in childhood, we don't like this pavaka, but now we have to take, because doctor has suggested, he told, sir, you have to take. Now we have to taste it. After some time we will be addicted to pavaka. So whichever we have this that like and dislike, or the pleasure or the pain, is subject to come and go. This is what the real meaning of this sloka. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukadukkada agama pahino anityam tam titikshasva bharata. Yeah, Arjuna, our five sense organs are operated through our mind, which we always get pleasure and pain, which is subject to come and go, depart. So don't worry of it. This cold and heat, or excessive pleasure and pain, happiness and sorrow. Sometimes we will be misery, sometimes we will be overexcited. These things are subject to go, come and go. One day you see, Swamiji, today I was feeling very happy. From morning to night, I was pleased like anything. Next day, Chandrayanam. So, that day everybody is scolding. Swamiji, I have not done anything, but everybody is scolding me. Now, what it means? We are having attachment with our body mind complex. Because of this mind, we getting all these five indriyas, and through these five indriyas, we are getting sense objects, and through the sense objects, either we get pleasure or pain, and we say, yes, I am sukham, I am dukkham. This is subject to come and go. Today, what you have pleasure, definitely it will not be for tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you are pain, definitely that pain will not continue and you will be in pleasure. Nobody in this life, entire life, permanently having pleasure or permanently having pain. Even the topmost person who you may consider as a Swamiji, one person I met him, he may be the president or prime minister or whoever it may be, whole day he is full of happy. Even the Kropati will have some pain or other. Even the worst person who is always suffering also have some sort of pleasure or happiness one day or other. So, why these things are happening? These are all subject to the body. These are all sharira. These are all because of we have taken the sharira, but Atma is not getting anything. It is not tainted by any such things. That is what here the inner meaning. Agama pagino. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. The pleasure or pain, it comes and goes. So you need not to worry, need not to bother, need not to brood over of these pain or pleasure. This is what the thing. And Krishna beautifully said, Tam titikshasva bharata. Oh Arjuna, you, how to overcome these things? Swamiji, now I know at least these five organs are there, and because of this body and mind complex, we are undergoing for pleasure or pain. Then, how we can escape from this? You cannot escape from this, but even instead of escaping, we can do one thing, we can forbear them. We can forbear them, or we can just ignore it. As in English, there is a beautiful saying, ignorance is a bliss. So, here also Krishna says, Titiksha, this word is beautiful word. For this I will tell you one story. Kanchi Mahaperiva, once, when I was a small boy, I went and approached Maharaj, Swamiji, Kanchi Mahaperiva, that is Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamigal, or Chandrasekhara Saraswati Swamigal of Kanchi, Kamakoti Peetam. When I was studying in a Gurukulam, Swamiji, I met him. And that day, Swamiji was in a Mauna Vratam, because it was on Pradosham. So, Swamiji, then after breaking the Pradosham for Mauna Vratam, silence observance, he just asked, there were few devotees were gathered, and he asked, if you have any questions you can ask, then I can answer. Then, as a small boy, I just raised my hand and I asked, Swamiji, in this world, why these pleasure and pains are existing? If God is so mercy, Bhagavan is Yenda Karunamurtiyano, Appa ee logathila, why this pleasure and pain? Dukkamum undu, sukhamum unde. Who has created these things? I asked. Of course, I was a small boy and I don't know much about things, so just simply I asked this question. Swamiji called, and up to this there is no thing, but Swamiji gave a beautiful one story. That story I am going to give today. Please listen this story very carefully. Once upon a time, there was a potter. Potter means a pot maker. Panashera Kulalan. So he went to a place with a bullock cart and he collected some mud from one place. And that mud was shouting. Just imagine and don't ask how that mud was shouting, how you know all those things. This mud was shouting, Ayyo, in the Bhagavani, why are you splitting me? I was in the shagari, in the shali, in the mud. I am very happy. Why you separating me? But that mud potter, he cut some of the portion of the mud, he started digging and he took collected few mud and put in his bullock cart and he brought him to his home. Then that mud was weeping. Ayyo, I have left my entire family. I was in the muddy place and now he has brought this place. Okay, let me live in this place. Then he put water, he poured water on that mud and started jumping on it. Obviously, the mud was so pain. Ayyo, Yenda Bhagavani, what is this? He is jumping on me. He poured water on me. That mud was weeping like anything. The next day, that mud was made as a clay. And through that clay, he put in a chakram, wheel, and he started rotating. And that mud was, the clay was shouting like anything. Oh Bhagavani, what is this? He is giving a lot of pain to me. I am not able to bear it. He is killing me like anything. Then the potter made a beautiful pot. After making the pot, the clay opened his eye and he saw he became a beautiful pot. And that pot was so happy. So far I was in a mud and I was in a place where nobody was recognizing me. Everybody was walking on me and they were splitting on me. But now I became a beautiful pot. So the pot was so happy. And certainly the potter put the pot in a fire and he kept fire also. Then this pot was burning like anything. Oh, this potter is killing me every time. He is killing, literally he is killing me. Then he opened his eye and saw he became a beautiful pot, mud pot. And that mud pot, the potter taken to the market, everybody was appreciating and they gave some money and got those pot. And they taken inside their house, they poured nice water and covered it very nicely and they were enjoying and the pot was now very happy. After telling all these things, Chandrasekhara Saraswati Swamigal, Kanchi Mahaperiva told, now you heard this, what is the philosophy of this story? Is nothing. The potter is none other than Lord Bhagavan and we are all part. And he told, here Bhagavan is not troubling us or Bhagavan is not giving pain to us, but whereas he is modifying us, he is shaping us. As Swami Vivekananda said, you are the creator of your own destiny. You have to undergo, as Swami Brahmananda Maharaj said, struggle, struggle, struggle. He who struggles is more superior than who never ever tried once. So, We all in our life, from our childhood, always getting some troubles from ours, from others, from the world, or from any means. All these troubles means God is modifying us. And after telling all those things, Swamiji told, what we have to learn from this story is we should not shout or we should not exclaim or we should not shouting like other the pot. We instead of that we should get forbearance. Titiksha, titiksha, titiksha. In Lord Shankaracharya's Viveki Chudamani, there is a beautiful verse. And that verse, if I say, then you will be able to understand what is meant by titiksha. Sahanam sarvadukkanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam sa titiksha nigadhyate. Of course, there is a beautiful another verse also, which this will be very apt because the word titiksha comes here. Sahanam sarvadukkanam. The world is full of misery. We may say, Swamiji, I am not in misery. When I went for a sadhya, how many items I have eaten? But actually speaking, after that we are going to get sugar or we are going to get some stomach problem. This is what. No, I am not just criticizing. Don't take it in a wrong way. Just because Swami Ranganathananda Maharaj beautifully said when he was Delhi Mahanta, somebody was inviting Maharaj, Swamiji, you should come for one feast, means Satyam. In our family we are going to keep a Satyam. Please come, please come. He was pestering Maharaj. Then Maharaj told one sense, jovially he told, what is meant by feast? Means Satyam. Eat nicely, suffer silently. And literally speaking, this is what every time I think. Eat nicely, suffer silently. Whatever we may think, no, Swamiji, today I have taken nice payasam, chakra pongal, and we have taken those many beautiful things. Yes, of course, it is all. But after crossing the throat, its name is something different. So, the world is full of pleasure and pain. It comes and goes. But what we have to do, just forbear it. Just ignore it. It comes, yes. So, many people after listening to my lecture, even one of my a dentist, I will tell you, a dentist after listening this same subject, same sloka, 2-3 days after he told, Swamiji, now I don't have any pleasure or pain. Then I asked what it means. Then he told, no, whenever anything comes, I will not eat. Whenever anything comes, I will not see. That is a foolishness. That is a foolishness. Actually, when pleasure or pain comes, when happiness or sorrow comes, we should not express it. It comes to the mind and then it gets like a block. But instead of mind getting upset, we have to set it up. You know the meaning of mindset? Many people they say, Swamiji, my mind is upset. Upset. If you put it in ulta, set up. You have to set up your mind. Because mind is subject to get always upset. Always mind is getting pleasure and pain. But we are not the mind. We are not the body. We are the Satchit Ananda. And that is what this sloka also beautifully says. Matra sparshast kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkata agama pahino anityam. They are anityaha. They are not permanent. All those people, those who are undergoing for pleasure, they will not ever always remaining as pleasurable person. They will sometime ask to go for pain. Similarly, those who are undergoing for constant suffering, definitely the constant suffering there won't be there. Sometimes or other, they may go for pleasure. So because this pleasure and pain are subject to the body and mind, but whereas we are not the pleasure or pain or the so-called mind, or therefore we are not the body also. And who we are the Satchit Ananda Vastu. If you know this Satchit Ananda Vastu, and that Satchidanandam is none other than within us. We are seeking outside, but the God is always within us. and that is the highest philosophy is explained here by Lord Krishna to Arjuna through this small verse called Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya. So we pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, and Swami Vivekananda to bestow the choicest blessing on all of you so that you will also get such a knowledge